Hello everybody, what is up? It's Cool Cats here, and I'm going to be making a Fallout trailer reaction to the brand new announced Fallout 76 game that Bethesda released the teaser trailer to at about 10 o'clock this morning. I was in school when it happened, and I lost my shit. Hell, I lost my shit yesterday when Bethesda posted the picture on their Twitter that I'm sure everyone saw. What was funny about that is earlier that morning I was reading speculation from Bethesda and Fallout games based off of the fact that I knew E3 was in a few weeks, and I was playing Fallout New Vegas. Sorry, I was dying. But for those of you that don't know, I am a massive diehard Fallout fan. I am a Fallout fanatic. If it's Fallout, I probably know something about it. And I'm really hyped for this, but at the same time a little cautious, so to speak. I'll play the trailer for you guys, and then I'll go back and skip around and show you what I mean, and I'll explain why I'm going into it very cautiously, so to speak. Because there's certain things about the trailer and certain things I've read online that have made me question it, and make me feel a little, I guess, concealed with it. So I'm going to play it, and we're going to go from there.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me.
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
So that's the teaser trailer that Bethesda released today. And there's a lot of interesting stuff to it that I noticed, and I watched a bunch of other YouTubers do speculation and trailer analysis, and I'm glad I did, because there's some stuff that I picked up on but didn't fully acknowledge the fact of its existence. So as you can see, like any other Fallout game, we start with the radio and the panning out, which is really nice because it pans out like so. And it's nice because it's it's that safe haven of knowing that this is a Fallout game by the fact that it's panning away. And as you can see, I'm gonna wait for this to zoom out a little more, right there. So as you can see, this is from one of the original games. This is the Pip-Boy 2000. You can see from the panel up here, but it has a radio added into it. And if you look closely at the date, it says October 27th, 2102. That is 25 years, I believe, after the Great War. And almost 200 years prior to Fallout 3. So, that's really interesting. And there's, with Vault 67, which you can see we're starting in, or going to be based in, I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Vault 67 is a control vault. So, what the control vault was, it was to monitor the other experiments done in the other vaults. It was not an actual test vault. It was just a vault where they monitored the experiments, and they were set to open and set people back out into the wasteland 20 years after the bombs fell. This is 25. So, me personally, there may be a little... Either Bethesda just didn't pick up on that when they did it, Or they may have been something that happened in the vault. Or maybe you've just been living in the vault for the last 5 years. And another thing is the comic book. It's like every other Fallout game. There's a comic book somewhere. But it makes you wonder if they're bringing back the skill books that they had in Fallout 4, where they had permanent skill boosts instead of the temporary. Personally, I felt I was okay with it. I mean, it wasn't like it didn't really change much for me. I didn't use them that much. But it'd be interesting to I'm fine with what they do with that, if they do or don't. And here we pan out to the bed. And if you look at the bed, there's a backpack on it. And the hat. And under it, there's a bunch of stuff, too. This right here actually kind of looks like a Geiger counter. Or maybe a stim pack, because it has the little timer thing that's normally on the top of them. I'm not sure, though. But it kind of looks like that maybe you just got back from an adventure or something. That's a possibility. And there's not much else in this room aside from the golf clubs. But this is where it gets interesting. There's the board game here. And if you look closely, and I'll zoom in and flip the box over, it says up to 5 players. Don't be board game. Yeah, it says don't be board game company. And it says up to 5 players, which makes you question, is this going to be a multiplayer game? Going back to that, and there's been so much speculation that it is going to be. I'm personally, if it's like a co-op game where you can either bring a couple of friends in to do a couple of quests, or you don't have to, I'm fine with that. If it's what I've heard, that it's like an MMO or something, I may cry, because I really don't want it to be that. I've also read that it's going to be an RPG survival. I really just want it to be like the older Fallouts, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4 was okay, but it didn't seem to capture the same demeanor, I guess, of the game that normally is picked up. But it's interesting to think about, because if it is a multiplayer Fallout game, the company that Bethesda had making Fallout 76, crap, I can't think of their name off the top of my head. I'll have it pop up on the screen. But before Bethesda bought them out or brought them up, it's their Texas branch in Austin. In 2015, that company, or prior to 2015, I guess, that company was working on a multiplayer game that I believe was supposedly scrapped. But it makes you question if it was scrapped for this multiplayer version. And as you can also see, it has 2 chairs in the background, one with a guitar, one with a harmonica, also kind of symbolizing the fact that, hey, this might be multiplayer. And it's interesting to think like that. And as you can see, there's more board games. And you have the Vault Tech, the official Vault of Tricentennial, which is the anniversary. God, I forget what Tricentennial is off the top of my head. Ignore me. But it's an anniversary vault, and that's Vault 76 was unveiled on this tricentennial anniversary of the United States. A year before, no, not a year, but, before the bombs fell. I don't know why I said a year. Ignore me. And then we have the TV, which is a big symbol for this. And then we have, of course, we have the Fallout Boy over down here with Mr. Handy. And we have the Nuka World mascots. I forget their names. There's more comics. There's a spaceship, which is kind of interesting. There's Edie, or just a normal Eyebot. And then there's the wooden soldier up in the corner, which is very similar to the one McCready gave us in Fallout 4. So that's interesting to think about too. And here's it's a trophy case, but it kind of makes you think if like you get these awards, if it is a multiplayer game, hypothetically speaking, do you get these awards for like doing something like the outstanding excellence of bravery? Do you get it for doing something in the wasteland, like saving someone or helping someone, or the outstanding achievement for killing so-and-so amount of bandits or something, or helping an amount of people or something, or building settlements, because I've also heard that this, like, based at the end of the trailer, as it said, that we have to rebuild. It makes you think that it's going to be about building up the United States again, which kind of ties into the Fallout 4 building mechanic that was unveiled in 2015. But I'm hoping that it's not, because I didn't really like it. I feel like they put too much stress on building settlements than actually, like, playing the game. And it's just weird to think about. But anyway, we're going to continue here. Nothing is really in this scene, but it goes to show how clean the vaults are at this point. How clean they were at the start. And the computer kind of has... It's weird. You're invited. It makes you think that either... I can't say you're invited to the vault, because at this point you're already in the vault. But what it could be is, like, a signifying of a multiplayer invitation to play. And it's weird. Again, to think about the fact that if it's a multiplayer game, how much speculation is going to be put down and what they're going to do with it. Because, like I said, if it's just a co-op game, or if, like, there's a co-op option, I can live with that. I think I speak for all of us when I say we can live with that. It's fine with that. But if they do what they did with the Elder Scrolls Online, there will be riots in the street, and I will be towards the front. And we may lose our minds. And then here we just see a kitchen, nothing really special, except for the fact that there's 2 meals set up. And also, fun fact to this point, you haven't seen any people in the vault. It's been completely empty. But there's 2 meals set up, so again, another hint towards multiplayer. But here we have the big one. It looks like a massive party. If you watch the Bethesda stream, this is kind of what they were hinting at. They were tossing around balloons, coming across the screen wearing masks and everything. And the sign, as you can see, it says Celebrate Reclamation Day. And we're not really sure what that is to this point. There's a lot you can speculate with it. My personal thought for Reclamation Day, what it might be, is the day when they finally leave the vault to set out in the wasteland and rebuild. And if you look, you see the Fallout Boy is pointing, and they're both pointing towards the steps. They're pointing in a way where it's kind of leading you towards the exit. So it makes you think that that's kind of what this is that it's saying you're going out into the wasteland. And as you can see, a massive party was held, but there's no one here. But, and this is, as you can see, we finally get another glimpse at a person, where we finally get a glimpse at one. And if you look on the Pip-Boy, and I'll have it flipped up, right, flip it, so you can see it, but it says Pip-Boy 2000 on the top. So that is a Pip-Boy 2000 from the original couple of games. Like, the original, like, 1 and 2, I believe. So it's interesting. But, and then we have just a normal logo for a vault, the normal 76. And the trailer goes on to pop up with Fallout 76 and Fallout Online, or Fallout.com, my bad. But, it's interesting to think about, and I'm really hoping that they don't do anything too over the top. And I know I did a lot of talking, and probably a lot of fast talking, but I'm just really excited. And in the stream, Todd Howard had come across saying that they will announce more at E3. They have their time slot for the 10th at 6:30. That's 9 o'clock. I think that's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Or it's 9 or 9:30, I forget which. But that's what we have to wait for, because that's when we're going to get more information. And like I said, it's a lot of speculation at this point. The big one being that it's a multiplayer game. And again, in my personal opinion, it just goes down to what kind of multiplayer game it is. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll probably be playing some Fallout games now on the channel in honor of this. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe for more. And comment what you guys picked up down below from the trailer. Or if I missed anything, or if you want to put your own speculation, please do. I'm so intrigued to hear it, because I don't know everything. Hell, I barely knew what I was doing with this. But it's so cool to just think about. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier. It's set in West Virginia, is the high speculation. Based off the fact that in Fallout 3, you find a terminal in the Brotherhood thing. I forget what it's called. I haven't played that game in forever. But the computer talks about Vault 76 being located in Virginia and it being a control vault, one of the 17 known. It's also brought up again in the Mothership Zeta DLC and the Fallout 4 intro. But, yeah, so, and the song Country Roads kind of leads you to think it's in West Virginia. Which it probably is, that's my big guess. But, well, like I said, we'll see. We have to wait for more. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. for more. And like I said, comment what you think this is down below, what the game's going to be, and your speculations. And yeah, we'll have to wait to see if we're right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.